everyone, it's Mamie. Hope you are well. I have very exciting books to show you today. We had our library book sale last weekend, and I went and got some lovely books for so cheap, it's ridiculous. And then I have a couple other little hauls to show you. I had some gift cards that I wanted to use up, and I just want to show you some books that I bought. So, all of these books here I got at the book sale. So they're used, of course, which I don't care. You know, the paperbacks are like 50 cents, and the hardbacks I think were like $1, I think. So I spent $17.50 on this batch here that I'm going to show you first. So I don't know, some of them I've already read. So for me, if I love a book, I want to own it. So I want it for my library. So some of these books I have read, and some of them I haven't. So let's get started. The Distant Hours by Kate Morton. I have read The Secret Keeper by her, and I loved it. So I want to read more by her. So I got Distant Hours, Kate Morton. Then I got 3 of the Philippa Gregory books. The Queen's Fool, The Other Boleyn Girl, and The Boleyn Inheritance. I'm sure you've read these. I have never read anything by her, so I'm curious to see if I'm going to like this kind of book. So if any of these books, if you have read any of these, please let me know in the comments below. I love getting comments from you guys, so please comment below and let me know if you've read anything, or if you suggest anything that you think I would like. Please leave it in the comments below. I love that. This is Sue Monk Kidd's First Light. This is more of a, says the early inspiration or writings of Sue Monk Kidd, and it's about her journey really. And I started to read it right after book club, right after the book sale. Toddy and I went to get a cup of tea next door to the library. It was pouring rain for the library sale, so we got soaked. We were a sight, I tell you. But next door we went and had a cup of tea and some breakfast. So I started reading this right after the book sale, and I think it's going to be really good. It's just, it's about solitude, and I'll let you know when I read it, but it looks really good. Birds of America, stories by Lori Moore. Then I got 2 John Irving books. A Prayer for Owen Meany, and The World According to Garp. I've been hearing some really good things about John Irving, so I have never read anything by him, so I wanted to give it a shot. Now, Karen White I have read. Love her. She's a women's fiction. I love women's fiction. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not all, literary and smart. I like women's fiction. I love Nicholas Sparks. He's like probably a romance kind of thing. But I love all of it. I'm not a big sci-fi person or a big fantasy person, but I'm trying to branch out into that a little bit, so we'll see how that goes. But Karen White, A Long Time Gone. I haven't read this one by her, so I picked this one up. And The Time Between by Karen White as well. Love her. And then 2 of the Nicholas Sparks books that I did not have in my collection. I have every one of his books hardcover, but I didn't have his 2 latest. 2 by 2 and See Me. I have not read either one of these, and I love him. I've read all of his books. I'm sure you've seen a lot of his movies. Message in a Bottle, The Last Song, The Notebook, A Walk to Remember, The Choice. Was that a movie? I think they made that into a movie, right? And then on vacation last week, I watched The Longest Ride with Clint Eastwood's son. Oh my goodness, he's just as good looking as Clint Eastwood was. He looks just like him. That was a great movie. But if you gotta like a little bit of romance. But actually, you know what? Don't tell him I'm telling you. But Toddy watched it with me, and he really liked it. So I told you. Okay. Then I got Beatrice Williams, 100 Summers. I just got another one by her a few weeks ago, and I can't wait to read that one. But I'm going to give her a try. Loved this book, 1,000 Splendid Suns. I'm sure you've all read it by, I pronounce it Khaled Hosseini. Don't know if it's correct or not, but wrote The Kite Runner, and then The Mountains Echoed. This one I think is my favorite, A Thousand Splendid Suns, about the two women. It was so good. I loved this book. So I had to have it for my collection because I had borrowed it from a girlfriend of mine when I had originally read it, so I wanted it for myself. And then I got Ann Tyler's The Amateur Marriage. I haven't read that yet, so I picked up this. I'm just throwing these on the bed. I hope you can't see this mess. And this one's cute. The Dirty Life, a memoir of farming, food, and fun by Kristen Kimball. I mean, as you know, I like to garden. I used to have a vegetable garden too, and I haven't done that in a while because it's so easy to go to the farmer's market. So I haven't been planting many vegetables the last few years, but I thought maybe this would inspire me to do it. But I like to hear about people farming and food and love. We'll see. Hey, for 50 cents, you can't go wrong, right? And then I got Celia Thaxter Selected Writings, signed by the author. Fancy. By Julia Older. You're going to have to forgive me, I'm in rare form today. It looks kind of like, short stories. I think it's like a short story book, which I'm usually not a big short story person, but I'm trying to branch out, trying to broaden my horizons. I got Ruby by Cynthia Bond. Hope you can see this okay. I didn't check it. Watch me not even be in frame. Oh my goodness. Falling Leaves by Adeline Yen Ma. Looks like an Asian fiction. I read this for book club and I loved it. And I read it on my Kindle, but I wanted an actual physical copy. The Life We Bury by Alan Eskins. Loved this book. Couldn't put it down. Loved it. And I have wanted to read this book for years, and I still haven't gotten to it. It's Emma Donohue's Room. I guess they say if you liked the A Child Called It series, they said that you would like this book, so I want to read this. And then a woman that was sitting next to me in the woods, Tana French, she was standing next to me at the book sale, and I was looking at this. She goes, "Oh, it was so good. You have to read it." I'm like, "Is it scary?" Because you know me with scary books. She goes, "No, it's just a suspense or a little bit of a thriller, but nothing too I won't read anything horror, of course, but it looks scary. They're probably just branches, but anyways, I got it. We're gonna see what it's like." And then Joan Medlicott. She's kind of like a Christian writer. Which I like Christian books. I am a Christian, but I'm not, like a holy roller or anything like that. They're just feel-good, nice books, This is called An Unexpected Family, a Covington novel by Joan Medlicott. And I got a second one by her, and it's that right here, and it's driving me nuts. But you know what? It's a used book. It's going to be loved, right? Joan Medlicott's Promises of Change. So I got all those books at the book sale. At the library, I was thrilled. My library doesn't have it year-round. They don't have an open, come and shop all the time. It's just, I think it's twice a year, maybe 3 times a year. I think it's twice a year that they have a big sale. And it's so crowded. The setup, whatever. I'm not even going to complain about it. But anyways, that's what I got. And then, what I got, I wrote out all the Bailey's Women Prize for fiction. I wrote out the winners since 1996. I think that's when it started. That's what I looked up anyways. So what I did is I wrote out all the winners of all the Bailey's Prize. And then I looked up each book to see if it sounded interesting to me. Because I'll tell you, you guys, I don't know if I'm just not smart enough, if I'm not literary enough. But sometimes these awards, sometimes I'm not a big fan of some of them. So, maybe I'm just too simple. I don't know. But I love books, so who cares? So what I did is there were a few of them that I thought sounded really, really good. And then I went on the book outlet and see if they had any, because the books on the book outlet are so dirt cheap. You can get some really good deals. So I did. So let's see. I don't know the year that won. If you don't mind me looking down. This one, Ann Michaels' Fugitive Pieces, won in 1997, and that was the year that I got married. So thought this sounded good. So if you've read this, all you Bailey's fiction people that always read those, let me know if you've read this and if you think I'm going to like it. So, and then I have, don't know the year. I'm looking. 2015, How to Be Both by Allie Smith. I've been seeing so much of Allie Smith, and I've never read anything by her, and I think that I'm going to love her from the sounds of people describing her writing. I can't wait to read this book, so let me know if you've read it. And then we have, we need to talk about Kevin, 2005, by Lionel Shriver. I think, didn't she write The Post-Birthday World? Is that the same author? Let me see. I think it is. If it is, I loved that book. Oh, maybe not. I don't see it on here. Anyway, got that one. And then we have, let's see here. 2004, Small Island by Andrea Levi. Is it Levi or Levy? Levy. Andrea Levy, I'm going to say. This sounded good to me. And then Barbara Kingsolver, The Lacuna, was what year was this? Oh, 2010. This one in 2010. And look at this, looks brand new. And it has the deckled edges. If you like the deckled edges, this one does. It looks cool. And you probably can't see it on camera. And then Ann Patchett. You know I love Ann Patchett, the Commonwealth lady. This is the story of a happy marriage. When did she win? This is the story of a happy... Was this not a winner? Maybe I put this in the wrong pile. I think I screwed up, you guys. No, because she won Bel Canto in 2002. And I already have that book. Why was this in this pile? Maybe I made a mistake, so forgive me. Do not quote me here. I don't think she's on this. No, this is not part of the Baileys. I don't think, unless I'm not seeing it. So, but I got this one anyways. Probably I looked it up and then this was that book, the store there. What's it called? The Book Outlet. Sorry, the Book Outlets. I probably just picked it up because it was so cheap. But anyways, that was that. And then I did two young girls. I did their makeup for the prom back in May. And their mother is a friend of mine, so I'm not, I don't charge people. I just do it for fun because I used to be a, makeup person. So they got me a gift certificate to Barnes & Noble, these young girls. So after I went to the book sale at the library, I said, I'm going to go down to Barnes & Noble and use my gift card. So it was like a total day of book shopping. I was in heaven. I know, I'm ridiculous, but anyways. Now these I got, there was a table at Barnes & Noble that had 2 paperbacks for $8. And I liked a lot of them. So I was like, I'm going to stick to this right here and get some of these. And this one says, one of the 10 best in 2014 New York Times book review. This is Lily King's Euphoria. Then we have, oh my goodness, No Violet Bulawayo. No Violet Bulawayo. We Need New Names. Oh, this one, pen winner. Looks really good. Is that one too old? Did I show you? I feel like Vanna White doing this. Yes. Okay. Oh, this is that one. I just read that one. What's Left Behind by Lori Thompson. Barbara Delinsky's Blueprints. She's a women's fiction. Like her though a lot. Then I got The Gilded Years by Karen, is it Tanabe or Tanabe? Tanabe, I would say. The Gilded Years. That looked really good. And then Paulina Simons, Bella Green. She wrote The Bronze Horseman, and I loved that book, so I had to pick this one up. So that's the same same author for that. And then The Liar's Gospel by Naomi Alderman. Then we have Peace Like a River by Leif Enger. And then 5 Days Left by Julie Lawson Timmer. I feel so silly. And then this seemed a little bit on the scary side, but it says, based on the worldwide TV sensation that inspired the A&E adaptation, The Returned, a novel by Seth Patrick. So I think I had to put in like $2.80. I had a $40 gift card, and I got all these books for well, it's $42.80. So I was below the gift card, and I wanted to use up the whole thing. I didn't want to take it back because we don't have a Barnes & Noble locally. Well, it's pretty local. It's only like 20 minutes away. It's not that far, but it's not in my actual hometown. So I didn't want to have any leftovers on the gift card. I wanted just to use it. So I bought this one too, and watch, I'll probably love this one. It was like the last one that I picked. So anyhow, that's it. Now I'm going to try not to do so many book hauls because I'm putting a spending freeze on myself. As you know, as book lovers, you know what that language is like. Anyway, anyways, I am going to try to cut back because I have so many books to read. My TBR is getting astronomical. It's ridiculous. So I need to stop buying books and just focus on the reading, which I'm so excited to do. But if you guys have read any of these, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching and being patient with me in these silly book hauls. I know nothing about these books, so I don't do a synopsis like most booktubers do, but this is who I am. So have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.